Well, g'day, Rusters. September update just demolished our server. I think it was all host end stuff. It wasn't so much plugin end stuff. But anyways, we've had a real bad month. I think this is like the fourth time we've had to restart the map, rewiped. Oh, it's ticking me off. I don't know what happened, but we've pretty much gone down to bare basic bones plugins, and it was still booting us off every randomly, just kicking us off. I got tickets into the host to Game Server Kings, and they're like, "Oh, it looks all fine over here." I'm like, something's not right. So anyhow, I was back and forth with them, and then things going down. They're like, "Oh well, it looks good over here. There doesn't seem to be any problems." I'm like, "Well, yeah, there is a problem. Something's going on." So I thought, okay, well, maybe something stupid. So I just totally what they call a reinstalling the server. So it basically wipes like everything, even wipes like the ownership, so our owner IDs onto the server, so we can have access to all this flying and stuff. It even wipes that and everything. So I put all that back to stock. Got in, put a couple of basic plugins in, like our vanish, our the admin stuff kind of thing, and a couple of player things like the remove tool and the vehicle license, just basic things for people to use while they're in. And boom, still kept kicking us. I'm like, what is going on here? So I got on with them again, and they're like, "Oh, everything looks fine at our side." I'm like, "Yeah, of course it does." Well, something's not right. So I kind of had suspicions that there was something going on with the machine, they call it, so the computer that they're hosting us on here. They have different server computers, I guess, at the wherever this stuff is. This one's actually based in Dallas, Texas, this server. Oh, Stinky, he's on. So, long story short, although it's getting to be a short story long, I basically said to them, "I don't know what's going on. If you guys say there's nothing wrong there, we're still having problems here. Like, I'm just going to have to shut down and just, not open it back up." And he's like, "Well, what do you want us to do?" I'm like, "Well, I'd like you to maybe change it to a different machine to see if it's just your machine or computer that we're on there. Maybe it's just screwing up." And he's like, "Oh, no, they're all fine." I'm like, "Yeah, but we're also on a non-dedicated machine where we're probably serving with, probably 4 or 5 whatever other servers on the same machine. So something's not right." I said to him, he's like, "Okay, so what do you want us to do?" I'm like, "Well, change us over to a different machine if we can do that." He's like, "Yep, we can do that. That's fine. You're gonna get losing your different IP address, and then you're gonna lose all your if you guys have saved the other server in your favorites or your history, it's gonna be all gone out of there now. So you're gonna have to go back to modded and search up Rustmaxx. It should pop up, although it's not for me. Right there it is. It should pop up again. If it doesn't come right away, just give it a little bit of time, because it should come up. I had a bit of problems earlier with it coming up, but it finally did eventually come up. So if you want to join back in, it's here, but it's a totally different IP, so you'll have to do this, and then you can refavorite it. Click that there, and then next time you come in, it should be all in your favorites. So yeah. So far today, they did it this morning. They moved over about 7 a.m. my time. And I was able to get back in around noon. Takes a little bit, I guess, for things to get coagulated, we'll say. So everything is the way it was from when I left it on the other server to now to this server. So we still got just the basic stuff in. I'm just going to let it run a couple of days like this just to see if everything's stable and good and it doesn't boot us out. Just basic plugins in, and then I'll slowly add a couple of plugins maybe a day just to see, and then let it run and see if it's okay. Like, I kind of think it was something to do with Skinbox, but I'm not sure. I really kind of actually think it was something to do with their side. So ooh, there's a drop coming in. 09's waiting. He's waiting. I'm going to stand on it and go down with it here while we're talking. Should be able to... There we go. So, yes. So, that's how you have to rejoin in. It's not going to be in your favorites until you add it to your favorites again. And we should be hopefully all good. But like I said, I'm just going to leave it sitting for a wee while. And he's going to wonder what's going on. We'll get down there. I'm going to leave it sitting for a couple of days, maybe 2-3 days even, and make sure it's stable. So far, it has been good today with the basic stuff we got in, and everything's up to date. It's not a plugin issue that's not up to date. I've checked through all the plugins that I've got in, and everything's up to date. Now, yes and no, that means everything's up to date. Something might need updated that they haven't done and released on the website yet. So I've looked at a few of them, and it's like, oh, updated 1 year ago. Well, there might be something with this plugin, say remover tool hasn't been updated in like a year or 2 years. Well, this update could have changed something that they have to go in and change the coding. There's a couple actually that there's auto doors wasn't working because the code was wrong. So I found a Google search there that had the code that you had to change it to. So I went into the plugin and into the files and then changed it, and then it worked again. So Autodoors is working, but they haven't updated it themselves yet. So there's a lot of things like that. Okay, this is going to be funny. Merry Christmas!
Hey, what are you doing up there?
Merry Christmas!
That was funny.
It's all yours, my friend.
Thank you.
He's a good guy. Anyway, so that's what's been going on. I really think it was host side stuff. That was good. Oh, man. Really think it was host side stuff. It's really stressed me out because I'm trying to get a good home for you guys that you want to come play regularly and a good server and plugins that you guys like. And this month has been kicking my rear tushy a long way around the track, we'll say. Oh, man. So I don't know what it was that they changed. Something was just off somewhere, but so far we're good. So we'll slowly add stuff in. You guys know now how to look it up in the modded here. Modded, and then even if you do Rusty MA, it should find that. I don't... Oh, maybe you do have to put the whole... Well, it's funny that you don't have to put the PVE in, though, too. Well, MAXX. Refresh. Yeah, it's taking a while to come up, isn't it? That's weird. Weird, and I don't know why. Okay, let's take that out. A lot of servers on here. Holy crap, that's all modded stuff too. Right, so there it is, yeah. So like, I don't know. It might start coming up. Just keep trying it. It might come up. Just make sure you put in just Rustmaxx. You could probably put in the ... It's gonna just find it anyway, so. But that's it. Just wanted to give you a quick update on that. Hopefully we're okay now and no more issues of just booting us off randomly. Look through the log files. It does log files for me on this, and it's just blah 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 blah. I don't think I can find it in. No, it doesn't really show it in here. Let me just check something here too. I turned on mini. God, I turned off again. Put 2 of those in so they'll spawn randomly around the map, and people can just grab them. I might have to put that into the config, but luckily I did save all my config files, so when I put a plugin in that we used, when I went through the configs originally to change to what we wanted, I saved all them so I can just delete the new config that it makes here and then put my other one in, and then it should go back to the way we had everything. So yes, but there was well over 100 plugins I had in, and I think we've got about 12 or 14 in right at the moment for the basic stuff. So there's no real events in. There's nothing right now. It's basically just basic Rust. I do have a wheel. Let's see here. I gotta get something out of here. I gave him a gun, so I'll just grab a new one. I did alter the loot multipliers a little bit, so you should see if I can find a... And, oh, no, sorry, I am fibbing you. I haven't put that back in. Better loot. I could probably put that back in, and then you'll get better loot, like the loot. This is all basic loot right now, so... Right, I'm sorry, I can't put that back in. Maybe, like I say, I want to let this run a couple of days. Yeah, that's just the basic Rust loot. It's not great loot, but you get stuff eventually to make stuff that you need. Like, it's not just all, like there's gears right there. So you get a couple of gears, you can research that, you can make more to make doors. You know, that's the way Rust is supposed to work. You're really not just supposed to get all that stuff in loot in there, so... I kind of like the way they used to do it, and maybe I can do this way too if I change the loot tables. Is you'd get like a blueprint of, say, well, not a bucket, but a blueprint of, well, that's not right either. But you get a blueprint of something. That's how they used to do it, unless it was just the server I was on. But I kind of like that better, and then you could research that blueprint, and then you could make your own at your own base. So. Anyways, just want to give you that little quick update. So it is up and running. Like I say, you guys know how to... what am I doing here? You guys know how to do that now, to find it again. So hopefully come back in. I'm sorry, apologize for all the problems we've been having with it. But really, it's not a whole lot I could do with it, because I really don't think it was plug-in based. Because I keep up to date pretty quick on anything new. I keep looking at them all the time, right, and making sure, oh, this one's released today, okay, we'll update that. But yeah, anyways, thanks again for watching. I do apologize for all this problems we've been having with this month. This month was just terrible. Probably the worst month I think I've had for updating stuff. And like the face punch update was just stupid. I don't know, something wasn't right with it. But you guys have a good one. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you back, and hopefully we're all stable and good to go. So catch us all then. You guys have a good one.